There are many car brands in the world, which produce different versions of their cars yearly. But there's a particular vehicle that has everything you'd want in a car, and one that everyone dreams about. Yeah, you heard that right, it has it all. Absolutely everything you'd want in a car, and it's the Mercedes SUV, a super type of vehicle which every car enthusiast has their eyes on. But why? What's the big deal about these luxury SUVs? Well, you're in luck, as in this video today, we will be driving into what makes Mercedes SUVs so wanted and breaking down what makes them so desirable. So tighten your seatbelts because I'm about to take you on one hell of a ride. Luxury and brand prestige. We're going to be starting off with the most obvious reason why they're so coveted, and that's simply the name Mercedes. It's almost impossible to be an adult and not to have heard of the name Mercedes. It can almost be termed as a household name, and that's simply because it's that popular. When you see that famous badge, the only thing that'll come to your mind is success, luxury, and power. There's a reason why Mercedes has been around since 1926 and still manages to be relevant in this age and time. But the point is that they've successfully managed to build a name that screams affluence. So when you're driving one of their SUVs, you're not just driving a car, you're making a statement of prestige. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone driving a Mercedes and thought they're broke? Well, yeah, it's more than a vehicle, it's a symbol. And the craziest part of all of this is the fact that Mercedes knows this. They focused so much on their brand prestige because they know that people don't just buy it for its specs anymore. They know they buy it because of what it represents. There's a reason why celebrities pull up to red carpets with Mercedes, or why big rappers name drop the brand in their songs. It's aspirational, and people know it's practically a flex to own a Mercedes. But what do you think? Is it really worth it? Does the hype really match the reality of it? Tell me what you think. Sleek design and comfort. Coming up next in why people want a Mercedes SUV is simply because it is so incredibly beautiful. I mean, there are many other Mercedes which have sharp and attractive designs, but the sight of its SUVs is something different. They're on a whole different level from their other cars, and that's not even an exaggeration. The designs are always top-notch, especially the exterior. It's modern, creative, and it just screams premium. Look at the GLC, for example. The smooth curves, crazy grille, and the LED headlights are some of the best we've ever seen. Then when you take a step inside and look at the interior, that's where these cars really thrive. The interiors are where the Mercedes really show their creative strength. It comes with top-quality leather seats that ensure you're sitting just right, a wood or metal trim, and customizable lighting which can be changed depending on what mood you're in. I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a car like this? It almost feels like you're riding a car that's from 20 years in the future. But apart from the sleek design that comes with the SUVs, one of the best parts is that you are guaranteed premium comfort. The ride is so comfortable that you can ride through any pothole and forget they're there. Mercedes has a really cool feature called the Airmatic suspension, which makes the car feel like it's floating over the road. So whether you're going for a long ride or stuck in traffic, you're always going to be relaxed. The SUVs come with amazing designs that look good, but also feel absolutely amazing, and that's a huge reason why people want them so badly. But they're more than just their looks, so let's talk tech. Technology and features. Coming up in the third reason why people want these supercars so badly is the tech and features that come with them. I can assure you that the tech in the Mercedes SUVs is the best of the best, and the coolest part of it all is the fact that they're constantly being upgraded. And there is always an option to add the additional tech that you want. The best piece of technology that Mercedes installed in their SUVs is the MBUX, which stands for the Mercedes-Benz User Experience. It is their infotainment system, and trust me, it's totally next level. It's basically a massive, super smart tablet which you can use to control basically everything about the car. It's basically like Siri or Alexa for Mercedes, only that it's just more advanced. Apart from that, there is a safety tech which ensures a more reliable car experience for users when they're riding through any type of road. The SUVs also come with different comfortable features such as adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, and lane keeping assist. And features like this basically turn your car into a co-pilot. All you gotta do is drive. Some of their models like the GLE and GLS have a feature called the Active Distance Assist, which keeps you at a particular distance from the car next to you, even if it's in traffic. Apart from that, there are a few extras just for the fun of it. Wireless charging, heated or cooled seats, and some of the SUVs even come with massaging seats. Mercedes SUVs are the ultimate definition of luxury and comfort. That's the biggest part of the appeal. Variety of models. Another reason why Mercedes SUVs are so wanted is because there are so many models to choose from. This is what really hooks people in, the fact that there are different options, so you can choose your favorite pick. For example, you got the GLA, which is small in size and perfect for someone who doesn't really like bulky rides. Then there is the GLC, which is not so big but also not small. Then take a step forward and there's the GLE, which is huge. So basically there are many that you can choose from. Apart from the fact that there are gas-powered SUVs, there are also electric cars which give you the same luxury, but zero emissions. So, depending on what you want, there is always going to be an SUV for you to pick from. The variety also shows that Mercedes isn't only selling to one party, it just shows how big their customer base is. So tell me, if you could choose any car, what'll it be? What's your dream Mercedes SUV? I'd love to know in the comments section. Lifestyle appeal. There's no way we can talk about the reasons why people want one of Mercedes SUVs and not talk about the lifestyle appeal. Mercedes cars aren't just about getting from one place to another, they're about how you are seen getting there. Putting it plain and simple, it is a symbol. And if you are someone that cares about things like social status and reputation, then owning a Mercedes SUV is the best way to boost that. It's more of a psychological thing. Owning one of these bad boys tells the world that you have a heavy bank account, good taste, ambition, and love for the good life. It is basically tied to the idea of success, as you don't just walk in on anyone having a Mercedes SUV. It's a sign that you worked hard and you are enjoying the rewards of your sweat. So, we have finally gotten to the last reason, but before touching that, I'd like to ask everyone watching this a question. What is your favorite thing about Mercedes SUVs? There are many things cool about them, but I want to know your favorite. Leasing and financing options. We've finally gotten to the final reason why Mercedes SUVs are in so much demand, and it's one of the best reasons actually. The best part about owning this luxury set of cars is the fact that there are flexible and affordable payment plans to acquire these vehicles. I know it would have crossed your mind a few times, like, how do people actually afford these cars? If I am being totally honest with you, Mercedes SUVs are cheap in any way. The base GLA costs around $40,000 and the fully loaded GLE costs more than $150,000. But the secret to avoiding them is nothing but leasing and financing. Mercedes themselves makes it way simpler to purchase one of their vehicles. Most people don't outrightly pay for these cars, but instead they have different payment plans that fit their financial situation. It is basically just renting luxury, and if you're a good citizen that has a decent credit score, the down payments and monthly costs of purchasing one can come as low as $500 a month for one of these luxury cars. And trust me, that's absolutely crazy for a car that offers so much. The financing deals are also very solid, as there are low interest rates and very flexible terms. It's not a cheap car in any way, but Mercedes have figured out how to make luxury feel accessible to the community. So you don't necessarily have to have $1 million to own one of these cars. Not everyone you see driving these cars are stupid rich. They're just smart with their options. So there you have, ladies and gentlemen, some of the few reasons why Mercedes SUVs are so adored by the general public. They are definitely not perfect, but from customer reviews and overall ratings, they are definitely worth it. If you love luxury, comfort, and want to feel like you've made it in life, then look towards getting a Mercedes SUV. If you had fun listening to this deep dive, press that like button, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you don't miss out on the next one.